All right, we're going to go into chapter 21 now. The book of Revelation, chapter 21, and we saw last time in chapter 20, verse 11, where I saw a great white throne and him who sat upon it, from whose presence earth and heaven fled away, and no place was found for them. This as he goes to judge the dead, as he goes to judge the unsaved, the unrighteous, those that have not known him, did not know him, rejected him. They were judged. He judges righteously. But it says, and he who sat upon it, from whose presence earth and heaven fled away. There is going to be a separation now, a separation of the old things going to the new things. Heaven and earth fled away in the sense that God is separating it from this judgment. These people are going to be judged. They're going with Satan. They're going away from things. We're going to go into the new heaven, the new earth, and those things are fled away. They're past. And that he would bring us to this new heaven, this new earth. For we read in chapter 21, verse 1, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. The word new here, there's two news. It can be new as in brand new, it was never there before, or restored, refurbished, redone. This has the new that would say it's been redone, it's been restored, it's been refurbished. This is the same heaven and earth, but they're going to be taken back to their glory, taken back to what God meant them to be, back to like a permanent and complete Garden of Eden. And it says a new heaven. It's not referring to God's heaven, the dwelling place of God. It's referring to the atmosphere. And he has to have a new atmosphere around the earth because we've polluted even that with satellites and space shuttles and space stations and debris that's all around the earth. That will be cleaned up and made pristine again. And there'll be a new earth. It will be restored. And all the sin and darkness, the temptation, the flesh, it's all gone. Because now we have our new bodies. There's no flesh, no temptation, no Satan. All things are new. For the first heaven and the first earth passed away in the sense of the sin and the darkness, the disease, the trouble, Satan, all the evil upon the earth, the death, the decay, the grave, it's gone, it's passed away. And there is no longer any sea. I don't know if there's going to be no seas anymore. Apparently there won't. But this is also talking about the Hebrews back then. They looked at the sea. The Bible looked at the sea as a lot of turmoil, trouble, despair. There won't be any of that. That's what we're separating from one thing, the old life, the old ways, to the new life and the new ways. And in verse 2, and I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven. See the New Jerusalem, the holy city. We talked about this before. This is the one he was measuring. This is the one he cares about. This is the one that's not made of stone, not made with hands. This is spiritual. This is God's doing. This is God's work. And we're going to see very shortly that we are the temple of God, that he has done this work in us and through us and with us. And I seen the New Jerusalem coming down out of heaven from God, made ready as a bride adorned for her husband. This new city is us. At this point, we're the bride. We're becoming the wife. And this new city represents us. We're in the city is in us. All these things are spiritual. They'll be permanent. They'll be blended together with life and spirit. We'll be one with God, and God is a spirit. And this new Jerusalem will be made ready as a bride adorned for her husband. Verse 3, and I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is among men, and he shall dwell among them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be among them. Like I said, we're coming to this new heaven, this new earth. The old earth passed away. The old heavens passed away. This is God with us. We're one with him. He's one with us. We walk and live with him in this new earth, in this new heaven. And in verse 4, and he shall wipe away every tear from their eyes, and there shall no longer be any death. There shall no longer be any mourning or crying or pain. The first things have passed away. This is what I was showing you. This is what I was saying. Like in the seals, men going to war, men out conquering and to conquer, and men ruling upon the earth, and the death and the disease and the grave and the famines. It's all over. We're going to the new heaven and the new earth. And in verse 5, and he who sits on the throne said, and the Lord said, behold, I am making all things new. All things will be new as we're bored with things here, as things wear on us, as our bodies wear out. All those things will be done away with. We'll have eternal life, eternal joy, eternal health and wellness. And he said, behold, I'm making all things new. And he said, write, for these words are faithful and true. All things in all directions. The old heaven and the old earth, the old body, the old life, they're all going to pass away for a new heaven, a new earth, a new place to dwell, a new life, a new body. And we will walk and live with God. Verse 6, and he said to me, it is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am the beginning and the end. The beginning and the end, he said. And I will give to the one who thirsts from the spring of water of life without cost. If you're thirsty, if you're hungry, if you long for these things, if you long for eternal life, if you long for the presence of God, he will give you those things. He will let you drink of the water of life without cost. He paid the price. It's there for you. And he said in verse 7, he who overcomes shall inherit these things, and I will be his God, and he will be my son. We're going to come up and break this chapter into two parts, because we've just seen two things here. The bride making herself ready, the city coming down as a bride, adorned for her husband. And he says here, and he will be my son. And we will get into that in the second half of this chapter, another revelation that we will have. But for the cowardly and the unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and immoral persons and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars, all these evil people, all these things of the flesh, of the devil, of the world, the old world, of Satan, all those things, what does he say? Their part will be in the lake that burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So we have this life. We have this new heaven and this new earth. He's going to restore things. It's not going to be just a brand new earth, poof, and it's here, and this one is gone. That's what it was referring to in the end of chapter 20. It was referring to the old things are gone. The old ways are gone. There's a new way, a new heaven, a new earth, a new body, a new city, a new life. And we enter that because of his shed blood.